students, we have come up with another video where we'll be dealing with the protective tissue. In our first video we dealt about the meristematic tissue, in the second video we dealt about the simple permanent tissue, in the third video we dealt about the complex permanent tissue, and now we have come with the protective tissue. So let us study about them. They are found in outermost layer and it protects all part of the plant. Okay, epidermal cells or epidermal tissues are those tissues, okay, which are present in the outermost layer of the plant, all right, and they protect all plant parts. Okay, the protective tissue are of two types, that is epidermis and cork. All right, first we'll be dealing with the epidermis and then we'll be going forward with the cork. All right, so let us come to the epidermis first, students. You see, they are the outermost protective layer, all right, and they are thick in desert or dry habitat. That means the desert plant, they have thicker epidermis as compared to the plants in the other region. All right, and now you see epidermal cell on the aerial part of the plant secrete waxy secretion. Okay, whenever we talk about aerial part of the plant, that is the upper part of the plant or the exposed part of the plant. Okay, I have one leaf to show you the example. This is the aerial part of the leaf, right? And you see the difference. This is glossy and this is matte, isn't it? This is glossy and you see this is matte. Okay, because these glossy part contain a waxy secretion of epidermal tissues. Okay, these prevent water loss from the aerial part of the plant and injury and also fungal infections. Okay, plants growing in desert have a layer of cutin called cuticle, and the plant living in desert, okay, they also have a layer of waxy secretion, but those secretion are thicker than this. Okay, and there is a new name given to it, that is cuticle. The cuticle are made up of cutin. Okay, and cutin is a waxy layer which resists water loss. Now, because desert plant, they already do not have water, so they want to prevent the water loss as much as possible, so they contain a layer of cutin in their epidermal cells. Okay, in the epidermal cell, they do not have intercellular spaces and the outermost wall are thicker than the inner wall. Okay, the outer wall of epidermal cell are thicker as compared to the inner layer, and they contain stomata. Okay, epidermal cell, they also contain stomata at the back side of the leaf. Okay, I'm showing you the leaf again. These both are epidermal cell. Upper part is also epidermal and the lower part also is also the epidermal, and you see the lower part of the leaf, okay, this matte part, it contain a tiny pores known as stomata. Okay, stomata, their opening is regulated by the two guard cells which are of kidney shape. Okay, you see here epidermal cell in the root help in water absorption through the root. Here I have made a small diagram of root. Okay, you see this is the root and there are numerous small projection coming out from the root. Okay, those are known as root hairs, and root hairs also contain epidermal cell. Okay, and these root hairs, they help in excessive absorption of water from the soil. Okay, now coming to the overall function, you see it prevent water loss. All right, and next it also prevent injury and it also prevent infections. It promotes gaseous exchange, it promotes absorption by root. Okay, that means the epidermis, it prevent water loss, injury, infection, and promotes gaseous exchange and absorption. All right, now coming to the cork. Okay, cork are the another type of the protective tissue which are present in the hard part or the older layer of stem. Okay, you see in the tall trees, okay, the bark are brown in color. All right, those trees, they contain cork instead of epidermis. Okay, now it is formed from the secondary meristem. Dear students, you studied about the lateral meristem in the first part of the video, right? And there we studied the lateral meristem. It was responsible for the increase in girth. All right, and these lateral meristem, they undergo certain changes and they form a cork. All right, cork cell are dead. They also do not have intercellular spaces outer layer contains suberin. Okay, they contain suberin in the outer layer. It is a polymer which is porous in nature. Okay, and now we will see the function of the cork. You see the function, it provides protection, first thing is, and second, it allows the gases and water exchange with the help of suberin. Okay, that means a suberin is a polymer which help in gases and water exchange, and it is present in the cork cell. Okay, I hope this part is clear to you, and if you have any kind of confusion, you can please comment me on the comment section below. And in the next video we will be coming up with the animal tissues, and till then please stay safe and sound. Thank you, dear students.